Just in case you want to know straight off the bat, yes, it is that good. What's up everyone, and welcome back to yet another Gunpla review, and man, I cannot believe that it's been over a year and a half since I last reviewed a Master Grade. Where has the time gone? Anyway, I hope it was worth the wait. This is the Freedom Gundam version 2.0. Here we go. First off is the box. The box art does not disappoint as usual. On the sides you have some pictures of the finished model, as well as some info of the model in Japanese. Finally, here we have the retail price, and that's about 4,500 yen. And there is the Freedom Gundam 2.0 finally out of the box and put together. And it just looks spectacular. I have put in a little bit more effort into this than I usually would just to celebrate that long wait. The whites on here have been panel lined with a grey panel liner, and anything else has been done in black. As for the foils and decals, we have a small sheet of foils for the eyes and cameras, a set of sticker decals, which look pretty meh when directly applied, to be honest, especially on the dark colors. And finally we have a sheet of dry transfers which look absolutely fantastic. I love this kind of decal, they're just sheer awesome. As for the mobile suit itself, this has to be my favorite version of Freedom to date. The new sharper, dynamic aesthetic just looks savage, and I know Seed purists aren't so happy with the redesign, but there is already a Master Grade based on the anime design available, so I'm glad they didn't just rehash that one. I have to say I'm happy though. Gone are those big banana feet, and in with some nice pointy bits. It has a little bit of a metal build vibe to the design, something that I really like. And finally, on to some comparisons. Here it is next to the Master Grade Strike version remaster, the Master Grade Gundam 3.0, and the Reborn 100 Ifrit Custom. As for the accessories, here's the Freedom Gundam 2.0 with everything that it comes with. The manipulators are what we've seen with the other newer Seed kits, and we have fists, open manipulators, manipulators for holding the beam sabers, as well as a right one for holding the beam rifle. The beam rifle definitely looks nice. I've always really liked the Seed beam rifles. The way they have matching colors to the mobile suits just looks so cool. Besides that though, it's pretty standard, but the front grip does have this little bit of articulation. We have the shield as well, which also looks really nice, but there's not really much going on here besides where it connects onto the arm. So now moving on to articulation, and I'll also get to the gimmicks in this too. So there's the head all the way down to the front, all the way up. This seems to pop down a little bit, a kind of problem that you get sometimes with these kind of ball joints, but you could tighten that up with something like a top coat or something. There's the head to the left, to the right, that's the tilt, there's the spin all the way around. Might be easier if I take off the backpack for that part. Just as an aside, I'm super curious as to if this is compatible with the old Striker Pack slot. Let's check that out real quick. I think this little adapter here is pretty much the size, so let's put that. It feels too big and too loose. Let's check again. So let's try it again with this one, and yeah, that does go on there. That would be cool if it would fit, but it's just too loose. That won't hold in there. That is absolutely wasted potential right there. Anyway, as usual with Master Grades, you've got an opening cockpit there you can see into the pilot figure. There is the arm all the way up before it gets blocked by the shoulder. Can I get any more there? Yeah, quite a bit. It pops out at this joint here, as you can see. This section here also might pull out, not too much, but this does have a really cool gimmick here. You can push this whole section of the torso forward like this from that point. So this is definitely new. I've never seen this before. So it's double jointed in there at that point and at the shoulder here. So you can get more out of that. That is pretty cool. We've also got some rotation up here. There is the bend at the elbow. And just like before, there is a little extra here. This can pull out like that for an even more exaggerated bend. 2 points of articulation at the wrist. There's a ball joint here as well as in there for a double ball joint. It bends both here. Well, now we can have a look inside. So we've got that first ball joint there, as well as another one in there at the wrist itself. So you've got two there. Better than your average Gundam ab crunch there. That's pretty good. There's to the front, there is to the back. This all separates. That is very, very nice. Side to side, again, not a whole lot, but better than your average Master Grade, that's for sure. Of course, all that skirting armor moves. You can see two joints in there. This section pulls out like that, as well as the rail cannons here on the side skirts, which bend out like that. Connects into place there like so. Also, you get that nice little zip-ass decal from those as well. That can also move up and out and rotate. As for the rear skirting armor, that has a joint in there that can move down and out like that, as well as up and down. In the waist unit, we've got some really fancy new joints in here. That's like nothing I have ever seen on a Gundam model before. That is really nice. So the down and up, this kit has absolutely no polycaps whatsoever, and it seems to be better off for it. Again, we've rotation there, there's out the way, so this can definitely pull off the splits. There is the kick all the way up to the front, you can drop that down and then get a whole lot more out of that. So you're definitely not going to be wanting from this. Next, all the way to the back, and again you can drop that down and get even more out of that. So the articulation here is crazy. Next, the bend at the knee. There we go, and we have that really cool armor separating gimmick there. That's it, one more time, closed and open. I felt like I haven't seen that in a long time, and I'm glad to see it back. On the back of the leg, we have this thruster flap onto the foot and the ankle, and we've got some really sophisticated joints in here. This isn't your standard polycap ball and socket gig. This is much smoother and much nicer. There it is all the way to the front and to the back. The side-to-side pivot on here is very nice, as it doesn't affect that armor section there. It's all its own part in the foot. So this does move forward and back with that, but not side-to-side with this, which I prefer. It looks nicer, it looks better. It covers up the joint nicely. As for the foot, then we have all the way down like that, which is incredible. This kind of clicks up and down like that, and when it's up, you can bend it up a little bit, but not so much. That seems to be separating off that part. That's about all you're gonna get up, but we've got a lot down. All in all, the articulation on here is incredible, but now let's move on to the wings. So on here we have a series of moving parts. Of course, we've got rotation here like that, out and in like so. These little sections here, they can move out like that. This front wing can rotate around like that. These two sections move independently. Next here you can move the plasma beam cannon. That moves separate to that as well, like so. And finally then is the last wing. And again, that's all independent as well. This part moves separate to that, and not forget this little part down underneath, and that can move up and down as well. So everything moves really nicely. As for the plasma cannon, which I didn't panel line because I'm so lazy, this upper section moves up like that, this lower section down like that, and then this part at the end, that pulls out like so. Finally, we've got this little point of articulation here for moving them over the shoulders. So that is it for the review. This is a solid, top quality master grade that was definitely worth the wait. It has great articulation, some really well designed joints on here, the redesign looks great, and all in all, it's solid as a rock. This one comes highly recommended from me and is the perfect addition to any Gunpla collection. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you like this, then hit that like button, and as always, make sure to come back for more Gunpla reviews. See you next time.